Friday, friends, and it's February now, so I wanted to update my Read Harder challenge for 2016. This is the challenge put out by Book Riot. I have made a couple other videos when I decided to do this and my plan for what I was going to read for the different challenges. There are 24 items to check off, and so far I've completed 5, and I'm reading my 6th. Starting from the top, read a book out loud to someone else. I read The Cat in the Hat at the very beginning of the year to my son. I read to my sons all the time, so that was an easy one for me. Read a biography. I just finished Rosemary, the Hidden Kennedy Daughter. That book was so good, you guys. You should definitely read it. There was a lot of history in there that I was unaware of. Obviously, all those events took place pretty much before my time because I'm fairly young. But a lot of things that I didn't know about, had never heard about, and I think everyone should hear about and know about. My book that I read that was over 500 pages long was The Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. That was one of those that just happened naturally for me because I read a lot of long books. Read a non-superhero comic that debuted in the last 3 years. I read Deadly Class by Rick Remender. It was published in 2014, or the first volume was published in 2014, I think. So that fulfills that requirement. And read a book that was adapted into a movie, then watch the movie. I read and watched The Martian by Andy Weir. As can be expected, the book was about 1,000,000 times better than the movie, but the movie wasn't bad. The movie wasn't bad as far as like space epics go, I guess. But the book was really, really good. So if I line that up with the sheet that I have made a video about before, that's like my plan. This is how I'm doing. So, and I'm reading The Handmaid's Tale right now for my book that was published in the decade that I was born. I was born in the 80s, so I'm reading that right now. I'm not very far into it. It's super disturbing, but good so far. I did have Sorcerer to the Crown checked out from my library, but my life has been so crazy lately that I didn't get to it and I had to return it, so I'll try again. But yeah, so it's the beginning of February, and I've got 5 of these challenges done, so I think that this is going really well. So here's The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood that was published in 1985, I think it said. This is what I'm reading for my book that was published in the decade I was born. Yes. And then I thought that this is kind of off topic, but I wanted to mention that I really need to read this in the next 2 weeks. I've heard nothing but good things about this book. If you guys have watched my previous reading videos, you know that I'm trying to read all of Stephen King's books in chronological order. So this is not like my next up book. Like, this is way out of chronological order for me. But I want to watch the Hulu show that is coming out. I think it debuts on the 15th of February. And I want to watch it, but I absolutely will not watch it until I've read the book first. So I need to read the book in the next 2 weeks. So I'm really excited about that. And this is pretty cool because having just read that biography about Rosemary Kennedy, I feel like I got like a quick history lesson in the Kennedy family. And I don't know if that's going to be super relevant to this book or not, but I mean, probably, right? I don't know. Maybe. Who knows with Stephen King. I'm really hoping for good things for the Hulu show. The most recent one that I can think of that was published, that was made into a TV show was Under the Dome, which was a huge disappointment to me. It was not very good in my very humble opinion. So I'm hoping for good things. Anyway, that's my super fast update. If you're doing the Read Harder challenge, share with me. Tell me what's going on. What have you read? What are you planning to read? And have a good weekend. Bye, YouTube.